Hello and welcome here to Kentucky Speedway, round 14 of the Craftsman Cup Series. Racing under the lights here at this 1.5 mile an hour track. Well, if you'd seen from last night's qualifying action, a Ford is on pole position with Stefan Papiez, who now beats his best qualifying of a second at Pocono all those races ago. And he'll be alongside a guy who had held the championship lead for quite a long amount of weeks, Christian Martin. He is going to be starting alongside Stefan Papiez. Martin's teammate, Dylan Young, is going to start in P3, so Penske starting second and third. And best qualifying of the season for Brandon Ross in the Goodwrench Chevrolet. Championship leader Jeremy Tarkos is going to be starting right deep in the field, position number 29 to be exact. So keep a close eye on how the championship leader will try and work his way out through the field and try and survive Kentucky Speedway. They have included the Super Speedway package on this race as well. So hopefully we'll get to see some lead changes and all that too. So without further ado, we are going to get all 42 drivers then out on track. I believe it is 67 laps around Kentucky. It's a long old race, this. And out goes all 42 drivers, and here is how they will look for tonight's race. 42 V8 engines there making their way going out of turn 4 across the trioval to start the race there. The fans there, all of them camera flashing, they are about to get set to witness 67 laps around Kentucky. Green flag is out, we're underway. Now don't forget the cars are on the Super Speedway package, so they will look a bit slow, but hopefully we'll get to see some great racing like we have seen before, like at the likes of Atlanta and Texas, where we saw a last lap pass, basically a last corner pass. Will that happen again tonight? We'll find out in about 66 laps time. Dylan Young looks like he's going to inherit the lead away from Stefan Papiez, and yep, Dylan Young will lead the first lap, and that's 5 bonus points there for Dylan Young. I also noticed there too, the 21 machine, there he is there, Jamie Smith was right underneath the yellow line at the start of the race, but looks like he is alright, okay. There's all 42 cars there. Look at the amount of lines the drivers are taking. You've got 4 lines, basically. Looks like Dylan Young is going to lead lap number 2. Look at them, 4 wide there. And there you can see the bottom there, the black and red car, Jeremy Tarkos. And there's some scrapage up against St. turns 1 and 2. Who is that? It's RG Bishop and James Qualls. And the caution is out on lap number 3. And it looks like it's going to be Dylan Young that's going to be leading the field back to the caution flag. There's a look then at that Brody car number 50. Looks like he's trying to get by Dylan Pulte, who's a former championship leader as well. And and Charles Sanford and Seth Cole and Cole Diva, the 2 teammates, are spinning towards the caution line. There goes RG Bishop and through goes Charles Sanford too. So there was 2 different incidents that happened on lap 3 that brought out the first caution. And there's a lot of right side damage there to the 10 of Charles Sanfer. And Trick Tog has also picked up a bit of damage as well as James Qualls. He was initially the one that brought out the caution. And Cool Diva and his teammate Seth Cole were involved in the incident at lap number 4, coming to the caution flag. Actually, Christian Martin actually did pass Stefan Papies. I'm just wondering if they're all going to go into the pits. If they are going to go into the pits, we'll keep it rolling. And then we'll get to see the replays that what happened at Turns 1 that caused the fate of RJ Bishop and James Qualls. And indeed, they all go into the pits. Some of them are actually staying out, though. Who was that staying out? Was that Sama Oskin? Yes, Sama Oskin stays out. And Joshua Collard also stays out. So already some interesting pit decisions already. But as the whole field make their way into the pit lane, we will have a look. I think we're looking at Christian Martin. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Looking at Dylan Young because he was the first to come into the pits. So all of them are going to put on some fresh tyres. Quite early to make a pit stop on lap number 4 out of 67. It is a long... Sorry, lap 5 now out of 67. And it looks like it's going to be 4 tyres for everyone. Richard Johnson pulls in, so too does Cody Lammers. Matt McLean just comes into his pits, and out goes Danny Wells. Out goes Christian Martin. Dylan Young's not had a good pit stop, unfortunately. More cars are going by him. Brandon Ross comes out. And the guy that led the opening few laps is falling down by the wayside, as well as the pole sitter Stefan Papies. So problem pit stops then for the 2 and the 32. But before we get back to the green flag, let's have a look at those 2 incidents that bring out the first caution. You can see here that the track, you can see. So on board with Seth Cole, just onto the backstretch. And there's the contact from his teammate. There's a full 360 spinning, keeps it going. Bottlenecking into turn 1 and 4 into 1 didn't go. And unfortunately, RJ Bishop and James Qualls were the unfortunate victims that brought out the first caution. There's no point in showing any replays there, but let's see what happened on the exit of turn 4. And here it is then. It looks like they were going to go 5 wide coming out of turn 4. They are going 5 wide. Seth looks like he just got into Charles Sanford and Cool Diva and Trick Torga just all squeezed together. A little bit of airtime from the 10. And that's how the 2 teammates get in. Cool Diva just drives down into his teammate, Seth Cole. Nathan Hudson did quite well just to avoid it all. Does he clip the 42? Yeah, he just does. He just spins him around just a teensy bit there. But yeah, the 2 teammates then getting involved in the accident. I don't think we're going to see the incident with, replays or onboard replays with the RJ Bishop one that actually initially brought out the caution. But let's see this one coming across the trioval. So onboard with Seth Cole, just onto the backstretch. And there's the contact from his teammate. There's a full 360 spinning, keeps it going. From Nathan Hudson. One more view from Trick Torga. So then all the little bit of debris has been picked up and the lights on the pace car are off as well. So we're going to get back to some green flag conditions here. Back at lap 8 out of 67. Sama Oskin has been leading during the caution, so he gets 5 bonus points for leading laps. He and Joshua Collard were the only 2 that did not go into the pit lane. So as it stands, it is Oskin from Collard, from Christian Martin, Danny Wells, Nico Ketchum, Jesse Turner, Wes McCall, Nathan Ormond. 9th place is Anthony McCrory, and I think 10th place is Chris Summers. As we're back underway, green flag. Now I wonder what the 3 laps fresher tyres are going to do with the likes of Martin, well, the guys that are behind Oskin and Joshua Collard, because again, those 2 did not pit. But already Christian Martin's up into 2nd place and is looking underneath the 31 of Sam Oskin as they'll make their way into turn 3. Oskin will give Christian Martin the room as Nathan Ormond slides up nearly into Wes McCall. And Nathan got absolutely absolutely scrounged on the start. And he's lost a few positions, and into the lead now goes Christian Martin. Yet another lead change has happened here at Kentucky Speedway, and Nathan Ormond looks like he's struggling. He has gone absolutely wide here. He restarted in the top 10. He's fallen down to nearly about 15th place in these last couple of laps. And look who's making his way through there. The Black 28, the championship leader, Jeremy Tacos. Right behind Daniel Voiles and the M&M's Pontiac. So Martin leads, Danny Wells in 2nd, Collard is in 3rd, side by side with Oskin. Jesse Turner is having a look on the inside at 31 as they make their way, the whole field make their way into turn 1. And Brandon Ross on the outside there too. He started 4th and he's fallen down by the wayside. And but meanwhile, back up front, it is Christian Martin sitting 2nd in the standings. He's picking up 5 points for leading a lap. And they can see in shot there was the championship leader, and Tackles has not led a lap yet tonight. As Jesse Turner looks like he's having a look on the inside, looking drivers at far back through the field. There's Sefco. It looked like he didn't pick up a lot of damage on his Coors Light Chevrolet. It was just a tap from his teammate. But it's enough to make him fall way down. Not necessarily made a late pit stop there. Trek Tolga doesn't have a bonnet. And then you got this scrap of cars here. Looks like we're 3 wide yet again with the pole setter now. Way back there too. Look at them. Stefan Papies. Way back there. Let's see where he comes across the line in this time. 29th place. So he's gained 3 places on that lap. As he passes Lamas and Levi McIntyre and Kyle Matthews as well. And look further ahead, the 3 of Brandon Ross, he's also fallen down too. Now then, Dylan Young, he led the opening 3 laps before the first caution came out. And look at Sam Oskin, his 3 laps Warner tyres is really fallen advantage. And look at where Joshua Collard is on the track compared to where Sam Oskin is. Oskin is really falling down the order, but Joshua Collard is holding still. Really for 5th place, but he's going to lose that now to Trent Dunham, who has passed him. That's for 4th place. And now here comes Dylan Poteet in the Polaroids camera Pontiac for Bill Davis Racing as we're 3 wide here for the lead. Turner on the inside and passes Christian Martin, and Jesse Turner is now going to lead a lap. And I think there was a little bit of a gap between the top 3, and now when they made 3 wide, that now has included Trent Dunham now into the lead battle now. So Jesse Turner led that lap, and he will get himself 5 bonus points. As they'll go 3 wide for 5th place, the 50s on the inside of Joshua Collard, as well as the 22 of Dylan Poteet, and right behind him is a couple of other Pontiacs and Daniel Voiles and Wes McCall. And there is the 28, the championship leader. He's now up there, and I think he's already into the top 10. So Turner's led another lap. Christian Martin 2nd, Danny Wells 3rd, Trent Dunham in 4th position, Joshua Collard in 5th, 6th is Dylan Poteet, 7th is Anthony McCrory, 8th just came across there is Jeremy Tackles, 9th is Daniel Voiles, and Wes McCall will complete the top 10. I think Nathan Ormond in the 25 car has actually managed to get his stuff together again there. Lost quite a bit of momentum on the opening 2 laps of the restart, but he's got back in position. There he is there, the blue, white and red 25. Currently sitting 18th place, so he's trying to work his way back up through the field. Now this time goes on the inside of the Ford of Zachary Fitzwater as Chris Summers runs a little wide. Multiple drivers then taking different lines there, as it looks like we've got ourselves another lead change here. Yeah, no, it's Trent Dunham going to have an attempt for a pass on Christian Martin. That is for second place. Dunham's passed Danny Wells, and the top four seems to be breaking away from the rest of the pack. Joshua Collard still holding good. As for double file for the lead and double file for third place, as Martin wants to retake the lead away from Jesse Turner. And Jeremy Tackle is also making a move on the Wes McCall car. And looks like he has got that position. That is to go into 9th spot now. And look who's working his way up through the field. The two of Dylan Young. He's drove up really well through the field. I can't mind where he restarted. We didn't have a lot of time. But he's driven really well up through the field. There he is, currently sitting in 12th position. So good run now for Dylan Young. He's got himself a good race car. Goes to the low side of the 16 of Nico Ketchum as they will go through 1 and 2. Ketchum's teammate there, Carson Gum, is there, as well as the 11 of Grant Tedesco and Nathan Ormond. And you can see Sam Oskin way at the back of the field there, not looking good. Their car maybe just be running quite tight. There, the 31 car. He did lead coming to the green flag, and he's now all the way down to the tail end of the lead pack. As it looks like they're 3 wide up ahead for the lead. Let's see what's happening there. Yep, Jesse Turner's got it back again. Jesse Turner retakes the lead again. And Trent Dunham has fallen down there. We see Trent Dunham now going into the second pack of cars. So, don't know what's happened with Trent, but he's fallen down to this pack of cars. And now Anthony McCrory's got his Midwest Transit Central Chevrolet. Oh, and is that a problem with Joshua Collard? No, he was just down on the bottom there. I thought he looked really slow going into across the tri-oval. Oh, and slides up the track there, and Jeremy Tackles has a look on the inside of the Cheerios Pontiac driver, although Nico Ketchum's going to make it 3 wide going into turn 3. I think Matt McIntyre and Diego Ospina nearly made a bit of contact going into the tri-oval. There he is. Matt McIntyre, a CCS winner already. His teammates a little bit up there. Matt McIntyre came across the line last time by in 17th place, trying to get on there, trying to make a pass on the 97 of Diego Ospina. But Dylan Young is starting to fall back now. There he is, the black and blue Miller Lite Ford of Dylan Young. He was battling up against the top 10. He's fallen up against the high side and losing spots. And another driver's working his way up through the pack, slowly but surely, is last week's winner. There he is, Ry Hayden, driving the same livery he drove to victory lane. Hopefully it will give him some good luck here again. Ry Hayden did start quite deep in the field, 37th place. He's up to 23rd at the minute. And he's trying to make a pass on Jamie Smith in the Sitco Ford. As I said, a single file up front here too. So good racing through the middle of the pack as Noah Cars, 4th in the championship. There he is on the inside of Jessica Shelton. Noah Cars is in 19th place. 1 lap, 24 out of 67. So we're already 1/3 race part of the race through. Oh, and Matt McIntyre shuts the door on Noah Cars' face. That could have been a caution. And now Nico Ketchum is trying to look on the inside of Dylan Young again. Stefan Papies, the pole sitter, trying to work his way through the field. Great racing there through the mid-pack there as we're 3 wide now for 4th spot. Trent Dunham in the middle. Daniel Voiles Trent Dunham on the inside. Daniel Voiles in the middle and Danny Wells up top. And Dylan Young's trying to go for a gap and try and make it 4 wide, coming off of the trial, coming off of 4. Turner still leads, Martin second, McCready in third. And fair play to Joshua Collard, still hanging in there with the tyres that he started off with. Oh, who was that way wide there? Was that Carson Gum in the 17? Yep, and he's about to be passed by Brand Tedesco. I mean, they're only going about 160 miles an hour, but we are still seeing a load of overtakes. So through on the inside then goes Brand Tedesco. Westbrook Cole looks like he's going to go underneath as well as the 25 of Nathan Ormond. Meanwhile, back up front for the lead, side by side again for the lead as the 12 goes back into the lead. I believe that'll be the 3rd time tonight in the race. So Christian Martin on the inside of Jesse Turner. Side by side across turn 3, but Christian will have the inside, and Elvis battling side by side. It's going to allow Anthony McCready to get into the thick of things, and indeed he is now in it. It's a 3-car battle for the lead, but Christian Martin back into the lead of the race. Trent Dunham in 4th place, Dylan Poteet in 5th, Daniel Voiles in 6th, 7th is Danny Wells, Joshua Collard in 8th, Jeremy Tacos in 9th, and Brand Tedesco completing the top 10. Oh wow, Dylan Young puts a hefty block on Matt McIntyre. Matt McIntyre's not giving it up though. He forcefully drives it underneath the 2 and takes the spot away. Very good commitment there from Matt McIntyre. They will make it 3 wide though. And Noah Cars with an interesting line choice there. Battle loser for spot to Ospina, maybe to Chris Summers in the process as well. Jessica Shelton in the 94, Nick Gunther in the 55. And then behind Nick Gunther is Ry Hayden as Westbrook Cole looks like he's going to make a move. Underneath the 11 of Brand Tedesco, that is to get into the top 10. Nathan Ormond is in 12th spot at the moment. Carson Gum fell down as Daniel Voiles is there making is about to lose a spot to Danny Wells. There's a look then at Chris Summers there, who's making a bit of a on form as of late. Last 2 races, he's actually picked up top 10 finishes. Round 12, he finished 8th at Kansas, and last week he finished 7th. Currently so far, the drivers currently sitting 18th at the minute. Still though early days, we're not even halfway through the race. Lap 31 out of 67. 1 caution out on the track, and that happened back at lap number 3, which happened to RJ Bishop and James Qualls. We'll actually see where James Qualls is at the minute. Where are they? Well, there's James Qualls there, sitting in the 40th place. And RJ Bishop, he is there. Just been, looks like he nearly got shoved out there from Richard Johnson in the 20. And behind them is Cole Diva in the 42, who, don't forget, that when they come off of turn 4 was involved in an accident, along with the 6 of Nathan Hudson and the 66 and his own teammate Seth Cole and all. And battling side by side there with Zachary Fitzwater, the Atlanta race winner. That's all for 32nd place though. Still great racing there, and there is Sam Oskin, who's fallen down to the tail end of this lead pack. And don't forget, when he restarted at lap 8, he was leading. Michael Norman sliding up there, nearly getting into RJ Bishop and all. Meanwhile, back up front for the lead, and it's all exciting here. It is Anthony McCready. He's gone up into 2nd place. He passes Jesse Turner. Potentially going nearly 3 wide as Danny Wells just gives Dylan Poteet a little bit of a rubbing. And he's also going to be on the inside of Trent Dunham. That will be for 4th spot, but it's all Christian Martin at the moment so far. Another great showing. And I tell you what, fair play as well to the guy that's actually at the tail end of this pack here, Daniel Voiles. There he is. He's last in the championship. I was saying in last night's qualifying, he's the only driver to not lead a lap in the CCS. And it's probably a best chance that he might lead a lap here tonight. But he's got to get by 6 other cars. He's got to get by Poteet, Wells, Dunham, Turner, then McCreary, and then Christian Martin. But so far, the 36 is hanging it out, having a great race. As Nathan Ormond is passing Wes Bacall, that'll be for 8th position. And now Joshua Collard is starting to fall outside the top 10. Maybe the 3 laps of the start of the tyres that he start off with is starting to pay a little bit now, as he is now falling out of the top 10. Oh, meanwhile, it is all changed now, and Trent Dunham has gone into 3rd position, so Jesse Turner is starting to fall down. Meanwhile, back further behind here, and what's going on there between Cody Lammers and Stefan Papies and Kyle Matthews there? Looks like they were just doing some defensive driving, it would seem, trying to get by the 8 of Matt McLean. Matt McLean's been kind of struggling recently. Didn't have that great of a car at Michigan a week ago. It looks like he's struggling here today. He's currently sitting 5th in the Drivers' Championship, Matt McLean. And he's not doing particularly well here tonight as well. Currently sitting 28th place at the minute. As he tries to have a look on the inside of the pole sitter, Stefan Papies. Nearly drove it deep into 3. And they somehow, keep it going. But that's just the beauty of this racetrack. How wide it is as well. The cars can go 5 wide through here. Well, we did see that though, didn't we? And it actually ended up with an accident as Nico Ketchum ran a little wide in 1 and 2. Oh, contact! RJ Bishop has just been turned. And is that going to bring out a caution? I think that might be. Yep, I see the lights there, the ambulance there. Caution is out. RJ Bishop involved again for the 2nd time tonight. And they all came across the start-finish line. Noah Hart and Noah Cars really making contact. My apologies there. I was burping them. My apologies there. So who led across the start-finish line? It will be Christian Martin. As said, the leader has picked up the pace car. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some pit stops now, but we will check pit stops. Oh no, it was Andy McCreary. Martin must have let go by, and McCreary must select that lap, and so he would have got 5 bonus points for that too. In fact, the field are making their way into turn 3 right now, so we'll keep an eye on these pit stops, and then we will see what happened again to RJ Bishop to bring out the 2nd caution of the night here on lap number 39. Yep, and indeed, McCreary will come into the pit. Looks like everyone's going to come into the pits. I don't think Collard's going to stay out, or Sama Oskin. I think they're all going to come into the pits right now. So indeed, in they all go. Tacos heads into this pits. Trent Dunham is into the pits. Carson Gummer's in. Gunther's in. Voiles is in. Jesse Turner's in. Jamie Smith is in. Brant Tedesco was in. Short pit stop there for McCreary. Poteet's in. Dunham comes out. Looks like there's going to be some tyre changes there, but looks like it was just a quick stint there from Anthony McCreary. There goes Christian Martin. So yeah, McCreary's going to be leading. There's Seth Cole. And it's going to be 4 tyres, though, for Christian Martin. And out goes Dunham. Cole Diva comes in. And looks like the guy that's been leading the most out in the laps is going to be losing spots as he comes out just behind Nico Ketchum. And comes out ahead of Nick Gunther. So Anthony McCreary will lead them to the caution flag to get back to the green flag. But let's see what happened to RJ Bishop on the backstretch to bring out the 2nd caution of the night. Right, here we go then. So let's have a look. Pay your attention here, maybe to the 20 of Richard Johnson. No, maybe not. No, maybe not Richard Johnson. No, he's actually coming down a bit. Yeah, he's slightly come down, but then this is when RJ starts going up and then squeezes into Richard. And then RJ also gets into his teammate, Kyle Matthews. And yeah, and the one that squeezed up into Richard just gets spun around. Sam Oskin goes through, no problem there. Oh, that's a hard lick from Richard Johnson, and no. Through goes Levi McIntyre and Cole Diva too. But that's what happened to bring out the second caution of the night. No real on-board replays for that. Let's just get back to the green flag. Back again. Here we go. Pace car lights are back off. Don't forget to tune into next week. We're going to be racing at another road course. Papyrus was absolutely magic. But let's see what Old Spice can bring us. If anyone can remember the old NASCAR games from EA, you remember the old fantasy track called Old Spice? Well, that is going to be on next week. Looking forward to that. Hopefully we'll see some great racing at that track like what we saw at Papyrus. Hopefully it'll be maybe an even closer final or even better. We'll find out though. But anyway, we're going to get back here to tonight's race at Kentucky Speedway. The lights on the safety car are off. McCrory leads the field, followed by Trent Dunham in second. Third is Pulte, Jesse Turner in fourth. Daniel Voiles, great race for Daniel Voiles in fifth, as well as Wes McCall in sixth. Championship leader Jeremy Tackles in seventh. Carson Gum eighth. Nathan Ormond ninth. And Danny Wells completes the top 10. We're back underway for the green flag here again. Trent Dunham already going low on Andy McCrory. I don't think Trent Dunham has led a lap here tonight, but gets a great run in 1 and 2 and put the one car in position 1. Great start as well by the 36 of Daniel Voiles. Everyone's really going up high. What's happening here? Oh, and Andy McCrory's coming in. What's happened here? Problem for Andy McCrory. A disaster for the 50 team. He was running in the top 10 in the championship. And I don't know if is there a problem with the 50? It looks like he made some tyres. He must have picked up a flat tyre. Disaster for the 50 team. And here comes Dylan Pulte now. He's wanting to take the lead. So it's a 4-car breakaway, and then it's an absolute gargantuan scrap as out goes Andy McCrory, but he's going to be unfortunately a lap down. Wes McCall was now into 5th place. Carson Gum looks like he's going to go for a pass on the 14, and the championship leader, as I keep saying, Jeremy Tackles, is now going to be the 7th place. And don't forget, Jeremy Tackles started 29th. He's wanting to go for 5th place now. He's going to go make a 3 wide on the 17 and the 14. And the guy that's second place in the championship, Christian Martin, is a few cars behind. There he is. He's actually currently in 11th place, so just outside the top 10. And there's the 75, the winner from Michigan a week ago. But look at the racing behind him. 3 wide everywhere you look. 4 wide in some cases too. Chris Summers looks to the inside there. Looks like Brantadisco's gone a little bit wide out of turn 4. Oh, wow. Michael Norman, they're in a 4-wide situation. Collard and Michael Norman and Matt McLean, as well as Levi McIntyre. That's a bit tight there. And into the wall goes Brantadisco. But we keep it green. We keep it green. And Tedesco has hit the wall, and he's got some damage too on that Brett Bodine Racing Ford. Hopefully it's not a lot of damage, that it's enough to... Well, it's going to ruin his race anyways, unfortunately. But yeah, we're keeping it green. Meanwhile, Trent Dunham back into the lead. Dylan Pulte, and look at Daniel Voiles and Jesse Turner battling side by side for 3rd place. As Nick Gunther looks to the inside of the Michigan winner a week ago. And look at Sam Oskin. We've seen him at the back end of the lead pack. He's working his way up through the field now. The benefits of having the fresh tyres. But Brantadisco keeps going. There's Trent Talker side by side with James Qualls. And Andy McCrory is running in dead last. He's running a lap down after making that unexpected pit stop back to the green flag. I mean, we've seen that at Talladega with Noah Hart and Danny Wells. And I can't remember who that was. It was 3 drivers, and I can't remember who it was. But anyway, Dunham leads, followed by Pulte, Jesse Turner 3rd, and Daniel Voiles in 4th place. give props actually to the 41 and the 36. They're coming at this championship way down in the drivers' standings. But this will do them a world of good here if they stay where they are, especially for the 36 team. They have been riddled with bad luck throughout the whole of the season. I think their best finish to date has been like a 13th place at Las Vegas. Here he is in a shot for the top 5, more so a win. And he's still looking, and like I said, excuse me there, my apologies, I had to do a little burp there. But like I said in qualifying and early on in the race, Daniel Voiles has not led a lap in the CCS at all this season. Dylan Poteet looking low on Trent Dunham. They're going to be side by side, as well as Voiles underneath Trent, Jesse Turner. So they go Noah's Ark, 2x2 for first, 2x2 for third. And looks like it was 2x2 for 5th place as Tackles goes through on Carson Gum. Way wide is Carson Gum. Oh wow, the two Noahs and Dylan Young are going 3 wide off of turn 3. There they are. Followed behind there, the 2 teammates for Andy Petrie is side by side. 33 of Cody Lammers and the 55 of Nick Gunther. And they're also side by side with the 93 of Matt McIntyre. The 94 and the 32 of Stefan Papies, who's never really recovered from making that first pit stop back at lap 3 as he started on the pole position, as Danny Wells has ran a little bit wide in turn 1, and he is actually fallen out of the top 10 now. He's actually fallen down to 12th place, I do believe. Yeah, so Danny Wells is down to P12. Cody Lammers is running the same line as what Chris Summers, Danny Wells did back at the previous turn. Meanwhile, back up front, Poteet now leads the race. Trent Dunham second, but Daniel Voiles has now gone up to 3rd place. Now Trent Dunham goes for the lead back again. Oh, I thought he nearly got into Dylan Young. A lot of racing room, and now Jesse Turner looking underneath the 36 again. Let's go Noah's Ark again, 2x2 for 1st and for 3rd place. Jeremy Tackles in 5th, Wes McCall 6th, Nathan Ormond in 7th, 8th is Dylan Poteet side by side with his teammate Carson Gum in 9th, and there is Ry Hayden in 10th position, and he's making a little bit of a revival in the driver's standings now. Oh, Danny Wells has drove it deep into 3 but holds it underneath. And there you can see Christian Martin attempting to pass on Chris Summers. Noah Hart and Noah Cars. Like I said, Noah Cars is sitting 4th in the driver's standing, so he's doing quite decent in this race. Just flirting outside the top 10 is the Hot Wheels driver, currently sitting in 15th place. And we did see Sam Oskin leading prior to the first caution, and he fell back to the tail end of the lead pack when the second caution came out. There he is now sitting in 17th position ahead of Cody Lammers and behind Cody's teammate Nick Gunther. And there's Noah Carr's teammate Joshua Collar being passed by Brandon Ross, and Brandon Ross started 4th. He's not really recovered as well, like the pole sitter Stefan Papies. But Dunham is back into the lead. Poteet thinking about going for 2nd place. It's really a 4-car race here for the lead as we're nearly coming up on 10 laps to go. Jeremy Tackle still holding 5th place, but it's now Nathan Ormond for Hendrick Motorsports. He's there now in 6th position. Ospina looking on a pass on Wes McCall. I think Chris Summers was going to go 3 wide. Nearly. Maybe not. Noah Carr's a little bit out wide in 1. May have lost a spot to Nick Gunther. Oh man, look at the racing behind there between Michael Norman. They're down. Michael Norman and Wes McCall and Kyle Matthews and Brandon Ross. Nathan Hudson, Cole Diva. Seth Cole's in this battle too, but I think he's running a lap down, unfortunately. And RJ Bishop, the man who's been involved in 2 cautions. Again, it's still great racing now. Oh, wow. Levi McIntyre nearly gets into the 3. Very disappointing race there for Brandon Ross. Like I said, started in 4th place. He's fallen way down to this pack. And Brand Tedesco there, looks like his car looks like he was damaged there from the incident that did bring out the caution. As the two teammates there are now side by side as we now have entered into the last 10 laps of the race. Meanwhile, back up front, and Dylan Poteet leads, and Daniel Voiles now into second place. This is his best chance to lead a lap. Nathan Ormond has passed Jeremy Tackles. That is for 5th place. I mean, it'd still be a positive, though, for Jeremy Tackles, considering he is still ahead of Christian Martin, who's actually lost a spot to Daniel Wells. Daniel Wells. He won't like that. He'll say Danny Wells, but not Daniel. So, yeah, Tackles has lost another spot. He may lose another one to Ospina. But not a problem, though, for Jeremy Tackles, because he is ahead of his championship contender, Christian Martin. But still, the top 4 then of Poteet, Voiles. And then it's Jesse Turner and Trent Dunham all there battling. As Dunham looks underneath the 41 for 3rd position. Ormond is trying to catch up to the cars that are ahead. And he is bringing the cars along. They may be quicker. Look at the single file. Look at the line that they've got here. Noah cars. There's Sama Oskin, Carson Gum, Cody Lamas. So a lot of cars there single file. They're going to be quicker than the 4 ahead. And I think, let's see what they're going. 169. Yeah, probably about the same speed, really. Yeah, Nathan was falling down the championship. I think he was like 29th in the championship coming to this. This will help him gain him a spot a few places up in the in the driver's standings. Probably not enough to take the championship, but you never know. You could have some strong outings. As Jeremy Tackles goes for 6th place. And look up ahead! The 36ers go for the lead into turn 3. Can he do it? He looks like he's clear. Put the 36 in the lead, and he is going to lead a lap for the first time this season. Daniel Voiles leads a lap in the CCS. And now that's all 42 drivers there that have now led at least 1 lap or more in the CCS. And that's great to see. Now, I know it's quite late on in the race. We've got about 5 laps to go. Can he hold on for the win? Ray Hayton's up into 8th place. Danny Wells in 9th. Ospina in 10th. And it looks like it was Christian Martin in 11th. But he's going to lose that 11th spot to Chris Summers. Although I think Poteet might want the lead back. Side by side. Again, the 2 Pontiacs at it. And Poteet is just ahead. Did he lead the lap? No, he didn't. Voiles led that lap, the previous lap, but he's going to lose it now. And Ray Hayton, look at Ray Hayton go. He is absolutely motoring the 75. Oh, and Danny Wells drives it really deep into 3 and puts Ray Hayton in the middle and Wes McCall out wide. Great opportunistic move for Danny Wells to put himself into 7th place. We've got 3 laps of racing still to go. Still to be decided, and Jeremy Tackles in 6th, and now Ray Hayton wants to spot back, and they're 3 wide with Chris Summers in the middle, nearly gets into Diego Ospina. And then Trent Dunham goes for 3rd place on Jesse Turner and makes the pass stick, so it's Poteet. We've got 2 laps of racing to go. Now Poteet's already won a race. He could be the first 2-time winner this season. Daniel Voiles, he's never been this close to a win at all. I think in his CCS career, this is the best possible chance he can have. 1.5 laps to go. Here comes Voiles. Voiles looking low to the inside of Dylan Poteet. Will he take the lead? Oh, we're not too sure, but we're going to get the white flag. And look at Trent Dunham. He's going to make it 3 wide. Potentially. White flag is in the air. He is going to make it 3 wide. But Jesse Turner gets the run and goes side by side. And out goes to the outside goes Dylan Poteet. Voiles now leads on the white flag lap. Can he win his first ever CCS race? Oh my God, this would be absolutely amazing if he can. But Trent Dunham drives it quite deep. Into 3, into 4, And Daniel Voiles, oh, it's going to be so tight here as they're coming across the start-finish line. Trent Dunham goes underneath the yellow line and steals the victory away from Daniel Voiles. And look at Nathan Ormond, he caught up massively on that last lap. Oh, but I tell you what, Trent Dunham just stole it on the line. What a run, though, for Nathan Ormond. Did he get 4th place, though? I'm not too sure. He did get 4th place. There was a problem with Poteet. I think Poteet's out of fuel. I believe Dylan Poteet may be out of fuel. He did climb across the line in 5th position. But, wow, Trent Dunham steals the victory away from Daniel Voiles. He would have broken his heart completely, but what a finish that was as well. Trent Dunham goes into the pit lane. What a win that was there for Trent. Henry, thank you for watching this race. There's some crashes behind. Oh, it's an absolute stack up, and Jeremy Tacos is out of fuel. Stephen Colon has got some damage. We ain't even talking about Stephen Colon the whole race, but he's got some rear end damage there too. But I don't know what Kyle Matthews is doing too. Synchronized reversing. But anyway, thank you for watching this. Again, incredible race. Loads of drivers out of fuel. But anyway, let's get the official results. And yeah, thank you again for watching. What a finish there. Congratulations to Trent Dunham. Link below for the Discord group. And we'll see you again next week for round 15 of the championship at Old Spice. Bye-bye.